Hello everyone, today is Thursday, April 4th. It's 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see my computer clock here. And on my right is the time in sales. Now 4:06, the Emini S&P trading at 28.83. Okay, typical day for the Autotrader. First up is the DAX on a Superenco 14 tick. I changed the weekly filter to the daily filter. And you can see it took only one long trade here. Had it been the weekly filter, it might have taken this. It would have probably taken this trade here, and this would have been about break even, and it might have taken this trade here. Not sure if we would have got filled in our limit order or not. In any case, it's still well, this is the one with the higher goal, so it did half its goal, but 1762 is still a very strong performance for the DAX. Really beginning to believe that, or I'm rather convinced that this opening range filter is quite useful, and I think it would be very useful if you're trading any kind of a combine. It's a great way to keep your losses at a minimal, as you're only taking trades in the direction of the trend. Above the open is generally regarded as bullish. Below the open is generally regarded as bearish. Okay, the NASDAQ on a 987 tick line break chart. This has a goal of 1300. So we definitely hit our goal here at 1295, and this is using the daily range, open range filter. Now sometimes with this filter you will miss a big run like this. This didn't get filled here because it's above the open, and this was quite a long move, but it did take the secondary trade here. This is a real testimony to line break charts. Just look at the swings here. These were all tradable swings. Had I not had any filters here, this could have been a huge day. But I have the goal set at a reasonable 1300, and that was hit in two trades here. Okay, the DAX on a 377 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this hit its goal in a single trade, which this chart seems to do more often than not. Goal on this is 1550, so we had a couple of ticks of positive slippage. Very nice looking trade here. Okay, the DAX on a Superenco 6 tick with our step moving average filter. First did an equity high of about 1200, and then had a losing trade right here, but then came back with this winner and brought it up to 1512.50. The goal on this is 1500, so we had one tick of positive slippage. Okay, the DAX on a Superenco 14 tick, and I have the open range filter on here. Now it didn't trade until late in the session, and looks like it did 825 on a single trade here. The crude oil on a Superenco 7 tick started off with a small loser, about 100 per contract drawdown, and then recovered and finished at 640 with this very nice long position. You can see where we got filled on our limit fill, which is about a 4 tick pullback. Okay, the Emini S&P on a Superenco 6 tick that starts trading at 12:30 noon did 750 for the day, and so it hit its goal and had a couple of ticks of slippage right here. This is using our line break logic. The Emini S&P on a regular 5 Renko chart looks like it had 3 winners and 2 losers, and you can see them here. Here's our 2 losers here and here, and pretty nice winning trades. So basically finished at 537.50 for the day. Okay, the Emini S&P on a 987 Heikin-Ashi tick chart made an equity high of about 500 on this trade here, and then had a couple of losers and finished the day at 250. Okay, the crude oil on our Superenco 8 tick, which has been pretty reliable, ran up to about $700. The goal on this is 1,020, so it had a nice run up, but unfortunately gave a good portion of that back on this losing trade here and finished out at 180 for the day on 2 trades. Okay, a modest gain of 125 on the Emini S&P Super Anko 6 tick. This loser drew it down about 175 per contract and then recovered with this winning trade and finished at plus 125. That's all for today's video. Thanks for